Hello everyone, welcome back for another video. So I am running the Horus Heresy trailer in the background because it's cool, so why wouldn't you? But I just wanted to talk about the Horus Heresy. So I still have not gotten any models for the Horus Heresy. I didn't pick up the rulebook either because I'm not really hobbying at all. I've been so busy, but I'm trying to make some more time for it. And I think that I might order a thing, right? Like I'll get a thing and then paint that up and start a legion and try and get into it, because I have some friends who have been doing Horus Heresy and they're really liking the new book. They said it's a lot of fun, but they've been in it from the start, right? They both got that giant starter box and chose legions and have been going off of that. And as someone who's kind of on the outside, it's funny because with Games Workshop pumping out so much stuff so quickly, like with Warcry Kill Team, like every week almost there's now some crazy new thing that's coming out, and I feel like kind of Horus Heresy is not lost, but is just, with all the new books coming out, everything going for 40k, and for, to a lesser extent, Age of Sigmar, but more Warhammer 40,000. It's just I feel like it's kind of been lost, right? Like I'm still excited to do it, but that hype that I had right when it was coming out, when this trailer came out, I really was like, I can't believe I'm gonna miss out on this. But like I have missed out on it, and it's not, like I think maybe if I was in a situation where I was around people playing it, I would have been like, no, I'll start it immediately and focus on that instead of some other projects. But it's just, I don't know. I wanted to kind of put this video out there and ask people, are you playing Horus Heresy? Has that taken over for you for, your hobbying? Because I feel like, especially recently, a lot of people I know have had less time to hobby, and you've had to be selective about what you're working on, what you're putting your money into, because with Games Workshop, there's now all the things all the time, right? With even Necromunda, I haven't even messaged Blood Bowl, and there's just so many pieces to it, right? And if you're playing different armies, maybe a new Codex or Battle Tome is about to come out for something else, and now you're getting hyped up about that. But I still want to make a bunch of Horus Heresy stuff, but I am still going to do it in my own way, where it's more like the tanks will be applicable in Warhammer 40,000, but I want to build the troops to have a cool look to them, be more individualistic, because that's why I've always shied away from Horus Heresy, because the regular Marines, like I understand during this time period, they're just pumping out Marines, throwing them in the armor, and they're dying so fast, right, that they don't have time to really get that character on their armor. But for me, that's the coolest part of the whole hobby. And the individualism of Warhammer 40,000. That's why I lean more towards Chaos Space Marines, because each of them have been in the long war. Their armor is a mismatch. They've taken trophies. There's just so much character to them. We're painting, 20 beaky helmet Marines to be yellow. That doesn't really get me excited. But the project that I'm going to do is exciting for me. And I'm going to be posting all of it on YouTube and trying really to go through step by step as I'm doing it. But again, it's a bit of a different take. I am going to get the tanks from GW, and I'm really want to paint those tanks up. But it's been a slow roll for me, and being on the outside of it, I'm still excited to play Horus Heresy. But again, I feel like if you don't hop on top of the new Games Workshop thing right away and have a crew of people and are playing it right away, you miss it. Like for Warhammer 40,000, like allegedly a new edition's coming out, and I'm not playing at all. I haven't really played except a handful of games since I moved last September, and we're coming up on a year, and I think maybe I've played 5 times, when before I was playing every single week. Like I was in it, right? And it goes more towards that for a lot of people, I think, where you just have to be so selective, right? And I want to play Horus Heresy. I'm still excited for it, but so much time has already gone by, and even though there's weekly releases, and new content coming out all the time, it's kind of just, well, this is an add-on for your army, right? You already have your army, right? You bought the box, so here's one more thing for you to then use and add on to, and that's exciting. But I want to get in it, right? So this is kind of my I'm about to start video, but I wanted to talk to everybody and just know from players who are playing Horus Heresy, even semi-regularly. Like, what is it like for everybody? Is it a positive experience still? And especially at more, I guess, even tournaments or even at a local gaming shops, is Horus Heresy a big deal? Or people kind of like, was it a splash in the pan of people bought it and threw that box on their pile of shame and just were like, I built some beakies and I'll come back to it, right? Because I was very worried that was going to be the case for some people, that you'd get that box, start working on it, and then the next thing would come out and it's shiny and new, and then you just move on. But yeah, again, let me know in the comments where you're at with your Horus Heresy. If you think it was a good idea to hold off like I did, where I wanted to try to finish up some other things and get more organized overall as a hobbyist before I dived into another whole new game. But I think it might be time. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be making a lot of Horus Heresy videos soon, because once I get my hands on my starter set of them, which is my own quiet little thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to be pumping out a ton of videos for Horus Heresy. I'll see everybody in the next video.